Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is an emergency, so I need to talk to you guys about this because this is not a joke. This is what's going on, and I just want to let it out. And whatever happens, happens. Okay? You guys have to stand up against tyranny because basically, this is what has just happened. I just found out that Obama passed a bill in the what's it called? The immigration bill. There was two people that helped him pass the bill, and basically what's in that bill is every American has to have a global identification card. Basically what it is, it's the global ID card that they tried to push in back in 2011, the Real ID Act. They even tried to push it even way before then. Bill Clinton was trying to do it back in 1992, but now Obama has finally pushed it in. And it has become mandate and it has become mandatory. They said without this universal identification card, you will not be able to have a job. You will not be able to open up a bank account. You'll not be able to have your driver's license, which means you're not going to be able to drive, and you'll not be able to take a plane. You won't be able to do nothing. And I found out that it's not just the United States of America. Who else is going into this national? I'm going to get into this all in a minute. I'm going to tell you guys where all this is leading up to. Japan is also going into a national identification card for its citizens. Japan is going into it. Africa is going into a national ID card. Germany is going into a national ID card. And the European Union is putting the national ID cards upon the people. So you guys, you must stand up against this because this is total control. Because what these people are going after is power and control. Okay? Because they want to control society, and you cannot track everybody if you don't have a controlled society. So basically, this is what they're doing. They want to have everybody tracked and monitored. That's why they're putting up more surveillance. This is the New World Order. New World Order surveillance cameras. But the real thing that they need is, because for us to do what the government tells us to do, they have to have us monitored. Okay? They have to have us monitored. So ladies and gentlemen, the New World Order is truly upon us. This is going to bring absolute tyranny. And this is what I also heard as well. You know, guys, I don't want to bring the bad news, but I gotta stay true, and I gotta let you guys know about this. Because a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week or so, I forget how long ago it was, somebody was telling me that they're putting water and food into the FEMA camps. Okay? They're putting water and food into the FEMA camps, and I was wondering, why in the world are they putting water and food into the FEMA camps unless there's going to be people in those FEMA camps? It doesn't make sense. Why are you going to have water and food in there if there's no one there? Unless they're going to be putting people in there. And then I just heard this. Those people that do not go along with this universal identification card, they're going to be thrown into the FEMA camps to restore order. Because if there's going to be retaliation, there's going to be chaos, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to take the people that are against this national ID card and they're going to throw them into the FEMA camps. And that's how they're going to restore order. But that's not the only thing that I found out. I also found out that the United Nations, listen, the United Nations wants the whole entire world to have a universal identification card. They want every single person on the planet to have a universal identification card. Now, do you see what they're doing? You have to put it all together. They're sucking everybody into the matrix system that they have been building. Because once they have you, there's no escaping this. You can run, but you cannot hide. So without that national ID card, you're not going to be able to buy, sell, you're not going to be able to do nothing. This is total control. Just like what Hitler did to the Jews. Okay? And this is what they're doing. They want to label us as numbers. On that, everything on that card, they'll know absolutely everything about you. And if they don't like you for some reason, they just have to push one button and they freeze your account and you can't do a thing. Okay? And plus Obama, in the Obama administration, he's already calling us terrorists. People that are Christians are terrorists. People that believe in end-time Bible prophecy are terrorists. People that are against abortion are terrorists. People that believe in the Constitution are terrorists. We're in the same category as Hamas. So basically, this is what they're doing. Okay? This is the mark of the beast system being set up right before our very eyes. Now I want to get into this because even the FBI, they have been working on, I forget how much, $1 billion something. They have been creating and making a universal biometric ID database. They actually come out in the open so blunt, and they made it so blunt, ladies and gentlemen, that the next generation identification is biometrics. Now I want to get into this because this is total tyranny. Okay? Biometric stands for 3 body measurements. For those of you that listen to my other videos, I explain it all, but I got to explain it again. Biometric stands for 3 body measurements. This is what they're going to do, because they said on that card, the national identification card, it's going to be linked in with an iris scan or a finger scan or a thumb scan, linked in with your fingerprint. So this is what biometrics is. You're going to put your hand on this machine. It's going to take your hand, and now your hand is in the computer because you're putting it on the thing and it's going into the computer. And the next step would be you're going to put these things on your eyes like binoculars. It takes a picture of your eyes. Now your eyes are in the computer. And then they're going to take a picture of your face, which goes into facial recognition. So whenever you go to a store, now you have that card. Now you can do an iris scan with your eye. Or you can take a finger scan. Because the card will only work with your biometric data. Because you're going to get a card, okay? You get the national identification card. You go to the bank, because they're bringing this into banks, okay, guys? They're bringing iris scans, the palm scans, you name it. Facial recognition. So when you go to a bank, you put your card in. Because on that card is your eye, because they have a picture of your eye on the card, or one of your fingerprints on the card. So when you put your card into the bank, so it's while you're putting it into the machine, it's reading your eye pattern or it's reading your finger pattern. So when you type in your PIN number or whatever it's going to be, so now you're going to have to put your eye up to the machine, or you're going to have to put your finger on the red light thing. So it's going to read your finger or it's going to read your eye. It's going to match the eye scan that is on that card or the finger scan. And if it matches the same as your eye matches that is on there, if it matches the same, then it will be accepted. But if it's not, it's going to reject. This is what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They are treating us like slaves. We need to stand up against this tyranny because this is all that it is. You can go down through history, ladies and gentlemen. You can go down through history and see how they treated their slaves. They are treating us like slaves. And we are not their slaves. We are not their property. We do not belong to them. We are free humanity. We are not their princesses. We are not their gods. We are not their kings. We are human beings. And they are treating us like cattle. And we need to stand up against this big brother society, the New World Order that is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know the dates. I don't know the date, but I know it's in the immigration bill that Obama passed. It's in the bill. I think, this is what I'm thinking, that it's in the healthcare thing that's starting January 1st. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Because I read something before. If you guys heard my other video that I made, Forget the Real ID Act. Now it's Global Smart ID Card. What's so smart about it? Because it tracks everything. Everything is being tracked and monitored, people. The reason why they want our biometrics. It has nothing to do with what they're trying to say. Because they're saying this is a new thing that we came up with to identify, to protect us from fraud. Because we're fighting a global fraud. People getting, their cards are getting stolen. Or whatever. So they're trying to say there's no one like you. When it's linked in with your fingerprint and with your face that is on the card, nobody will be able to do anything. Because nobody has your eyes. Nobody has whatever. And they're trying to make it all sound good. Because they have this other organization called, what is it? Yeah, Patient Secured. Patient Secured. Watch how they make it sound good. Patient Secured is a place at a hospital. They say some people come in, they have the same last names, they have the same birthdays, blah, blah, blah. So we don't want to get confused mixing up the papers with somebody else's that we made a mistake with, we made an error with. So then now they came up with this palm scanning machine. And they say some people, you know what? Some people think it's better than a fingerprint. Okay? Because, you know, like women that put on hand cream, sometimes the fingerprints get washed away or whatever, something happens. They said we even got something better than a fingerprint. Okay, look. It's your vein pattern right in here. On the machine, it reads your vein pattern, and they said your vein pattern is more accurate than your finger. Isn't that funny? They're getting people used to paying for stuff with their hands, and they're getting people used to paying for stuff with their face. Because now these new cell phones, they can do verification with their face by studying their face. Facial recognition, like there's another place that's under development right now. It's Unicon, something Unicon. Like imagine going to a store and your wallet is already there. You go, you buy something, and you just look at this camera, it takes a picture of your face, and then you just push OK and you do face payments. Imagine, you do face payments. You're paying with your face. It's very soon you won't need a PIN when you pay for everything with your face. They said this is the next generation, and if people don't like it, well, I guess they're not going to have a comfortable future, because this is the future. The future is now. This is what they're doing, people. People need to wake up and realize what's going on. The biometrics is the next generation, and you guys have to realize, yeah, these people mean exactly what they say. You got to take these people seriously. And by the way, this is all Bible prophecy coming to pass right before our eyes. These people are fulfilling Bible prophecy. Okay? They're getting people conditioned for the mark of the beast. They're getting them used to paying for stuff with their hands and with their face. What's the Bible say? He caused all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. And what are they doing? They're buying stuff with their face. And they said they're bringing these iris scanners into banks, stores, restaurants. I even saw it. They said very soon you're going to have to do an iris scan to go get medication. Total control, people. We need to stand up against this. This is dead wrong. This is totally against the Constitution. You see? They tell us their plans in advance. And this is crazy too. On this episode, listen to this. On this episode, okay? It was one of the CSI episodes. They found this girl. They found a chip implanted in her shoulder. A Verichip. This was on one of the episodes of the CSI. So they're saying, how in the world did the chip get in there? And the doctor was saying, unless the person that put it in there while she was unconscious. Then they went to meet the guy. Why did you put a RFID chip in your wife for? And the guy's like, well, she was cheating on me. Anyways, this is the way of the future. Within 15 years from now, every single person's going to have an RFID chip implanted in them. You see that? The Illuminati is telling people through the TV programs, people. People need to wake up and realize what's going on. Because the church is asleep right now. They're not preaching on Bible prophecy. Bible prophecy is declining in American churches and in Canada churches, in Canadian churches all over the world. And yet people are willingly receiving a chip. They think it's a cool thing. And you see how they're getting people used to taking tattoos. It's a good thing. It's cool. They're getting people conditioned for the ultimate tattoo, which will be the mark of the beast. You understand? So whoever's listening to this right now, you must resist this national identification card, because it has nothing to do with your protection. It has to do with their plan. They had this in the making since the very beginning. This is what they're doing, people. They're getting people ready. They want to have total control over everything, and they can run your life, total control over every aspect of your life. So may you share these videos. Don't take my word for it, people. Like I always say, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, and you'll come to a conclusion that this is what's happening. This is total control, and you need to stand up against Big Brother. And remember, we are the resistors. We must resist them. Okay? We have to come together and fight against the system. Because these people are like not even human beings. These people are total evil. These people are possessed by Satan. They don't care. They're going to kill people. Okay? That's part of their plan, is to depopulate. I can go on, people. I just got to sign off, and I'm letting you guys go from here. And may you not take this national ID card. It must be resisted at all costs, no matter what it costs you. This is all I got to say, and God bless you all.